Hello students. Welcome to our Senior Secondary School 2 Physics lesson. Today, we will be learning more about light waves. But before we proceed, let's quickly recap what we learned in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we defined the concept of light. We identified the sources of light. And we also explained how light interacts with matter. Before we begin today's lesson, let's take a quick rundown of our lesson objectives. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to explain the transmission of light, explore light rays, and also understand the rectilinear propagation of light. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Transmission of light. Transmission of light refers to the passage of light through a material. The way light travels through materials depends on their properties. When light hits an object, it can either be transmitted, reflected, and absorbed. Light can interact with various materials in different ways. These materials can be grouped into three categories, based on how they transmit light. And they are: 1. Transparent materials. These materials allow most light to pass through, with minimal scattering. Objects can be seen clearly through them. Examples: glass, clear water, and clear plastic. Translucent materials. These materials allow some light to pass through, but scatter it in different directions. Objects appear blurry, or unclear, when seen through them. Examples: frosted glass and wax paper. Opaque materials. These materials do not allow light to pass through, they either absorb or reflect all the light. Objects cannot be seen through them at all. Examples: wood, metal, and stone. A very good real-life example of light transmission is wearing sunglasses. It reduces glare by filtering light. Now let's explore light rays. The direction or path which light travels through is called light rays. It helps us understand how light moves and interacts with objects. A ray is a straight line path that represents the direction of light travel. In optics, light rays are used to describe how light propagates and interacts with different surfaces. Properties of light rays. They travel in straight lines in a uniform medium. They can be reflected, refracted, or absorbed when they hit surfaces. They are invisible, unless they reflect off particles, like dust. Now, beam. A beam is a collection of two or more rays of light. Beams can be parallel, convergent, or divergent. Types of beams. Parallel beam. These are light rays traveling in the same direction, without converging or diverging. Example: light from the sun. Convergent beam. These are light rays that move toward a single point. Example: light coming from the headlamp of a car. Divergent beam. These are light rays that spread out from a point. Example: light from a flashlight. Let's learn about the rectilinear propagation of light. The phenomenon of light traveling in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Light travels in a straight line, as long as it is moving through a uniform medium. Light does not bend or curve when moving in the same medium. It goes straight, unless it meets an obstacle or enters a different medium. Examples explaining rectilinear propagation of light. A flashlight beam travels in a straight path in the dark. Sunlight coming through a small hole forms a straight beam. Shadows form because light cannot bend around objects. It travels straight and is blocked. Let's demonstrate with an experiment, using a straight tube to show that light travels in a straight line. Materials needed: a torch, a straight hollow tube, like a straw, cardboard tube, or PVC pipe, a dark room or dim space, and a white screen or wall to see the light spot. Here's what to do. Be in a dark room to reduce outside light. Hold the tube horizontally and point one end at a wall or screen. Shine the torch directly through the other end of the tube. Observe the spot of light on the wall. You will see the light will pass through the tube and be visible on a screen or wall. This happens only when the torch is aligned straight with the tube. If you bend or tilt the tube, the light will not pass through and no spot will appear. Conclusion. This shows that light can only pass through the tube in a straight path. If the path is blocked or bent, the light doesn't make it through, proving that light travels in a straight line. The importance of light is numerous in our daily life. Light makes it possible for us to see and study our environments. It produces sensation of vision through our eyes and brain. Plants store energy from sunlight, which are converted to fuel, gas, and oil. Well done, you're doing amazingly well. Assignment time. Put today's lesson into action by completing the tasks below. Excellent progress. Let's take a moment to review. The way light travels through materials depends on their properties. The phenomenon of light traveling in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation. The direction or path which light travels through is called light rays. In our next lesson, we will be learning about sound waves. Awesome work! You've completed this lesson. Stay consistent and get ready for the next lesson.